Nick. Yeah.
All right, hi everybody.
Yeah.
What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Oh,
Thanks for Lewis.
tell me something good, Maria. What do you got?
I did have something good. I can't remember what it was.
I have a new listing coming up. I did pictures. We did an appraisal on in contract, so got a lot coming together, which is always nice.
See paperwork going out.
Listing paperwork going out. That's always a good thing. How do you forget about that?
She's been waiting for this for months.
They bought the new construction house, waiting for it to get started. Now it's like up and it's going, so.
You know what you call
I've
that?
been telling
That's
them.
reverse double whammy.
I know. And I've been telling them for months, start cleaning out. So I sat with him yesterday, he came in. And I said, so how you want to clean it and, straighten it up and decluttering? He said, I'm gonna be honest with you, we haven't started. I was like, well, get busy because photos are coming. He's like, we're gonna get a storage unit, we'll just. put
People
everything
work
in
better
it."
with deadlines.
Yeah,
They just
that's it.
work better with deadlines. Until there's a reason to act,
Yeah.
we won't act.
Yeah.
It's just the way life is. And it's one of the reasons we say, like, don't go in recommending to a seller to do a whole bunch of stuff. If something's broken, yes, you should fix it. Otherwise, it's a
Overwhelming
problem. But
Like,
they've lived that way for this long. They're not, frankly, they're probably not even going to straighten up. Like the way, if you go to someone's house and it's very clean, they're going to make sure it's super clean. By the way, those are the people who apologize.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, my house is such a mess. And you're like,
You kidding?
wish my house was this mess. And then the people who are totally, I did a whole bunch of cleaning this weekend. You're like, yeah, I could tell. But they've lived that way for however long they've, been in the house, and that's what their tolerance is, that's what their capability is, whatever it is, it's how it's gonna look. Happy birthday, Sharon. That's all right.
My son's birthday was yesterday, and I just said to Ray, my birthday's not, I think they're old, but his too.
Yeah, well,
But beautiful cake.
Thank you. There's a cake here, Sharon, for you. We'll have it later.
Well, maybe you can share.
Share it with you.
we'll share it. Hello Yellow campaign is out. I know Gina sent us a message this weekend. She was really excited. She liked some of the stuff. There's some really good stuff in there.
We're actually gonna show you Gina's favorite.
All right.
Favorite one?
So you go to the Mind Marketing Studio on the Weichert Tools. So how do you get to Weichert Tools? What website do you go to? My Weichert. Bottom left, Weichert Tools. You're gonna find My Marketing Studio. Hello Yellow is all the new stuff. All customizable.
I used it once already.
So you could choose the image you want to customize. You could put in the MLS if you have one, if it's like a property specific. In this case, it's not. So you just ignore it and hit create. When you click on the photo, you could adjust the size and recenter it. So you can move it around to wherever where's this pulling from? I like it. Then all the text boxes are editable. So you could change all that as you go.
Yeah, so sometimes like the office address on this image is put in a weird spot and it's not necessary. So you just click it and hit delete and you can change a lot of things.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't need a street there, but you probably would want to put the town. So make it make sense. Where could you get this data from to make this?
And what?
MLS has it under quick reports. Probably also ask ChatGPT. Give me how many active listings in Ronkonkoma, how many went out the contract. Although, especially if you have a free version of ChatGPT, and even if you have a paid one, they call them hallucinations. That's the online term where it sort of just makes stuff up. And you will read, I feel like it's every couple of months I read about a lawyer who's getting disbarred because he used ChatGPT to do his briefs, and it cites cases that don't exist. And yeah, so MLS is where to go. At least if MLS screwed up, everyone's using the same screwed up data. Alessandra, this went unbelievably quick. 565 North Suffolk Avenue in Massapequa. There was even an open permit from like 1975. So that went well. Closed 56 Rockland. Anybody remember where I got that seller from?
To an open house.
Came into an open house. Rita walks into an open house, the one at Polo? No.
That'd be a nice one.
The one in Melville. The Greens. In the Greens, she hated it. Wanted an N unit. So was just going to listing agents. Ends up I stayed in touch with her. I put her on the market update. I get a CC. Anytime I put someone on a market update, I get a CC of what they're seeing. So if I see something good, hey Rita, it's Joe. Did you see the house, the the condo at whatever? Oh, I don't like it. It's not an N unit. I don't like Melville. It's too tight over there. Whatever. She'd ask me questions every so often about a property, but I could tell she was just going to open houses, talking to listing agents. So I stayed with it. She calls me up. I found something I like, and I think I'm in a pickle. I didn't realize the listing agent represents the seller, and like I thought now I could bring in an agent, but I already made an offer at the open house. So I said, here's what you do, here's how you handle it, here's your options. You probably can't really change now because you're not going to get your offer accepted. So I gave her some advice, which she didn't end up buying that one, obviously. And then after that, what did she say? I feel like I'm lost in the wind, Joe. Can you show? I just need you to be my agent from now on, which was kind of the point, right? So why did I show her places out in freaking Blue Point, which is, on the other side of the Oakdale merge? Because she had a listing in Jericho, so it made it easy. So we sold this at 10 in the morning, and we bought that one at 2 in the afternoon. What do you think? Is that an N unit? No. What was her one absolute will not negotiate on? She was open to. She wanted to be near the water. And she wanted an N unit only. Do not show me interior units. I won't buy one. What did she buy? An interior unit. She got tired of looking. Maybe it's not so bad. It is. But we made an offer in this development on an N unit, much further from the water, which she was okay with. It wasn't on the water. She actually liked it because there was a lot of open space around her. And we didn't get it. No matter how much we offered, how much we tried, they sold it to somebody else. This one came on the market, had a price reduction, and we jumped on it. She just changed her mind. You know what? I think I want there's no N units, or there's only like 2 on the canal with the view of the bay. So those aren't for sale, and I'm tired of looking. I'll buy it. What Sharon will tell you, one of the old lines is buyers are liars and sellers are yellers. It's not really true. What happened to Rita? Did she lie when she told me I only want an N unit? She just changed. She changed her mind. If I had stopped talking to her because I thought she's never going to get an N unit, or I wasn't sending her the market updates that included interior units, because there's no way in my record to say N unit only. So, oh, you know what? It's all going to come. It's just the way the system's set. Oh, Joe, did you see it had a price reduction? I didn't notice, but she did. Yeah. Can you come look at it with me again? So she bought it.
I did that with a person looking for condos. But I included the co-ops in the search. So
It's the only way I could do it. There's no way not to. She bought a co-op. They almost.
You use MLS emails, or did you use
My wife. Jared has 25 Elizabeth sold, the co-op in Farmingdale. That one wasn't easy either. None of them are. And Terry's got 153 Biltmore Boulevard under contract. That went pretty quick too. You all know about Wycott Spark. We will update about the sales meeting that week because obviously Jared and I won't be here. Neither will Al. 10% Wycott for life. You know about that. Give us some more names and numbers. Let's get some people in. Farmingdale, 31 units active, but 23 on the contract. So what did I say? As they come on the market, I think this was 40 last week, right? But then we had some more buyers show up. Why? Because there was more to pick from. Days on market for the houses that actually went into contract was only 16. That's a 1.3 month supply of housing. 700 is kind of our bottom number now in Farmingdale, with the exception of either small houses or in disrepair. East Meadow, 40 on the market, 25 in contract, 1.6 with an 849 price. East Meadow is now quickly heading to being $1 million neighborhood. Bethpage, 2.1 month supply, 779. Massapequa, 2.6. I think that came down just a touch. at $849. So Massapequa and East Meadow now, same price. 3 doors presentations this week. What does this tell us? We're way ahead of last year. There's more people there actively starting to talk about selling. Jared pointed out in one of the meetings, you know, and I heard Albert saying it, like, these people live on one road and it's a little busy. It's not really a great road to live on, but they have a 2.3 mortgage. Just stay. You got that great mortgage. Sounds nice, but over the last 5 years that they've had that mortgage, what's happened? A whole bunch of life events. On average, well, not on average, but mortgage rates are tied to the 10-year bond. Why are they tied so closely to a 10-year treasury bond? Why the 10-year? Because there's I don't even know, is there still a 3-year? A 3-year, a 5-year, and a 15, and I think a 20-year. But why is it the 10-year bond that mortgages track so closely to? More or less. So on average, people will have their mortgage between 7 and 10 years. That it moves around there. So if I loan you a mortgage, if I'm a hedge fund, you're probably going to pay me off in about 7, 8, 9 years. If I loan the federal government money on a 10-year treasury, when does it pay out? 10 years. So it's pretty close. We're now 5 years since those mortgages, right? So on average, in about 2 to 3 years, most of those people are going to have that mortgage paid off. Is that because they won the lottery? Probably not. Is it because they started making so much money they were able to aggressively prepay their mortgage? Even when people do, they usually don't aggressively. There's always another bill in front of the principal reduction. It's because they move or they refinance. Why? I have to dormer my house and, you know, make it bigger. I have now 3 kids instead of 1. You know, I got divorced, somebody passed away, all those life events happen. So somebody on that road for 5 years, hating how much traffic and how fast people drive by. Now the kids are, you know, 8 and 10. What do they like to do out in the front yard? They like to ride their bicycle. They like to play ball in the front yard. And I'm not comfortable letting my kids stay out there. At some point, that low mortgage rate is no longer worth it. Right? Because when somebody is thinking about raising their family in a home, what comes first, the emotion or the finances? The emotions. You know, one time why is it always a white van? But a white van just innocently pulls up in front of your house while your kids are playing catch. It's just the air conditioner guy looking to see what road is what. What does your mind go to immediately? You know, you're running outside. What is going on? The first time the ball rolls out in the street and the kid takes just the 1 step in the street, he wasn't going to run in, but the car's flying by. What goes through your mind? All of a sudden, a 2.3 interest rate does not sound like enough to keep me in this house. So those people you said stay, that house wasn't probably going to work for them or whatever. I would absolutely continue talking to them because it only takes that one little extra thing, that straw that breaks the camel's back. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing more and more people. I know I should just stay here. We live in a comfortable life. We get to, but I need a second bathroom, or you know, we need the other bedroom, or I need a den. My kids are older. They're driving me nuts. I need an office. I love all the old houses, right? What do they all have in the basement? Like the old man house, the grandma house. Well, that kitchen, workbench. They have the utility room, and there's this beautiful workbench, tool bench in the basement
Grandpa made them.
with a TV from 1985 and a radio, right? And that I never understood it till somebody told me. Joe, I had 5 kids, 1 bathroom, wife. I came down here, I fixed something, I watched the game or I listened to the game, and I killed an hour, you know, just after work, I calmed down. Usually an old refrigerator off to the corner too. You make a little party down there for himself. Wednesday webinars, YouTube. Talked about the benefits. Office inventory, 155 Monroe in Long Beach is available. 207 Sheffield Avenue, West Babylon. Something pending, nothing done yet. 2 Gale Grace, they're both available. 224 Yoakum might actually have something going on it. 91 Beverly Road in Babylon is available. And Gretnik is still coming soon, maybe next week again. I'm posting 15 Western Drive in Wantagh, Western
Lane.
Lane. Thank you. 15 Western Lane. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath farm ranch Levitt with a rear extension and a dormer. Really nice house at 819, which is hard to believe. Al, how many did you have at Yoakum?
Let's see, Saturday I had, it was started off really slow, I think I had 7. And then, Sunday for the 2 hours, 4 or 5.
It's Tuesday. They're banging pipes next to us. Nice. That's good. That's good numbers for a house that's been around a little while. 207 Sheffield, he had 4. New to my Weichert. So more AI. The smart assistant is now live. Speed to lead enhancement. The smart assistant speeds up speed to lead. Wow, that's hard to say. Using AI. So the AI now can answer the text messages. It always did a little bit of that, but this is doing more and more. It also gives you the ability to answer quickly, so you don't have to type out. It is kind of annoying sometimes to have to type out on your phone in the app, right? It's just a little clunkier. Now you're going to have some preset messages. Check in. Hi, just checking in, or a follow-up message where you could just click on it. It's also going to be used for content, so you don't have to be thinking all the time what to say. And it's doing a better job of pulling the data from MLS because now it all could be done using AI. AI is going to replace a lot of us thinking. So from the contact record, select text, then Smart Assistant at the bottom. It's going to open up with the text model, different prompts. Select one, or you could put in a custom prompt and you can even now speak into it. The text created by the Smart Assistant will pop up. You can edit the message and to whatever you want it to say and hit send. So right here, custom prompts or check-in, you click that. It's going to give you a bunch of words. It even pulls in the name, but you could add to it or change it if you want to make any adjustments. And you hit send. One of the reasons it's doing this is it's becoming harder and harder to send mass text. So this is not a mass text. So you could send one at a time, but you could get through them very quickly. Same thing with emails. The basic email editor is going to open up. There's a whole bunch of prompts. You have the Smart Assistant right here. Click on that. It'll give you some, messages. You could just say, send a welcome email and it will write it. It's all tied into ChatGPT or one of them. So you just said welcome email and it sends it types out a whole message for you. Is that next door? Or is it like the drilling in the road? So same with call scripts. You could use it for call scripts. So if you want to call, if you're using the dialer through my Weichert to make your calls, you'd say, I need a script for past client, script for a client who hates me, but I'm still trying to get their listing, whatever. It'll come up with whatever you need. And then you hit calls and you call now and it will dial out. So you'd need a headset for that, or you'd have to be using it, your phone. AI won't replace you, but it's going to replace the agents who don't use it, right? So we're trying to make it easy. If you don't focus on making money, you're not going to make any. Real estate is your business. You should treat it that way, and you deserve to be paid for the services you provide. If you don't pay attention, what are you going to do? Negotiate away your commission. You ever have that happen? Yes. I'm going to start listening to heavy metal on the way to those conversations. Not take a referral fee to be nice. Do you ever have a client who wants to, buy somewhere and you spoke to a nice agent? You're like, oh, maybe I won't put in for the referral fee. Like, they were so nice. I just want the client serviced. Work on listings that are never going to pay you anything because you feel bad for this service, for the person, or not pay you what you deserve. I know that's happened to some of the agents here. Oh, I want to give them a good deal. I know them. Well, it's a probate sale with violations and a flood in the bay, and it's a nightmare. I mean, you need to get paid for that. There's a reasonable amount of money that you should be getting paid for that. We all saw it when the compensation changed. Remember those memes of like, okay, instead of getting paid a percentage, I want to get paid, like a lawyer by the hour, and it listed out like instead of getting 2%, I ended up charging, 40 grand. Take overpriced listings so the seller will like you. They don't like you if you take an overpriced listing. They might in the beginning. Don't make the buyers sign contracts, right? Oh, it's all right. Don't worry about the paperwork. We'll just start looking. If you're not making a profit, you're running a charity. It's your job to make a living for yourself. It is not something you should feel guilty for because you're getting paid, right? Whoever you're working with has had a job in their life or is still currently working. Do they say to their boss, I'm sorry, you're paying me more than you really should. I'll give you a good deal. No, they got paid and so should you. In more or less, most of the time in business, a finder's fee is typically 10%. If you connect a supplier with a wholesaler or a retail, or you help someone land the contract, it's pretty typical to get a 10% finder's fee in most areas of business. How much on average is an agent charging on Long Island? 2 to 3% per side, right? Isn't that kind of a deal then? Right? It's kind of a deal. On a rental, how much do we get?
Well,
1 month, which is 1/12. Or it's like, what's 1/12? Yeah, what percentage is that though? It's like 8.5%. On land sales, most people will charge, especially on low price land sales in like upstate New York or Pennsylvania, are going to charge 10% for land sales. That's the number. So why are we so negotiable when we're working for buyers and sellers? Now may be a key moment to sell. According to the Mortgage Bankers Association, applications for home loans are up 23% compared to last September. Why do you think that is? What happened this month? Rates went down. Does this show there's still plenty of activity of plenty of buyers ready, willing, and able to take out mortgages? Some of them are refinances. Some of them have 2.3 rates that they're going to now take a 5.5 rate on. So get this idea that people don't move with a 2.5 rate out of your mind. But a lot of them are getting pre-approved. Why? Because rates went down. Maybe it's a good time to buy again. So those sellers who have been on the sideline, they should probably take another look. The 30-year mortgage rate dropped to its lowest since October 2024. That opens the door for more buyers to purchase homes. The lower the rates, the stronger the demand, right? So this is really strong demand and really low rates. High rates would be weak buyer demand, although we didn't quite see that. We're right in here. You can have very good demand. This is your signal. Buyers are coming back. New buyers are entering the market. Buyers who got disenfranchised are now coming back into the picture. You might not see a surge into the fall. Is fall typically the season where a whole bunch of new buyers come into the market? Not really. September, sure, a little bit. Like, all right, we're at the beach all August, but now I want to buy a house. It's typically right after New Year's. I think that has a lot to do with people having a day off that isn't necessarily a big holiday. And it's the new year, right? New Year's resolutions. I'm buying a house this year. And then spring, April, May.
But even when they're not, do you need 20 good buyers to shop every weekend?
No.
Or 2 or 3?
Do you want to work with 20 buyers right now?
No.
Could you even service that many?
No.
No. If you had 2 ready, willing, able, reasonable people who demand an end unit, you probably can get 1 or 2 deals done though, right? Buyers are going to be watching rates, weighing their options. They're starting to get off the sideline. They're thinking about, okay, maybe now is a good time. So Mr. Seller, I know you said you're thinking about maybe in the spring. I do think if we can, we should move that timeline up a little bit. We want to have your house show up for the right buyers at the right time. Who else might be sitting on the sideline watching the rates right now? Besides buyers. Investors. I have investors who like to buy property and hold it. And with rates for an investor, they were like 7.25, 7.5. You couldn't even break even on the houses, never mind make a profit. So they just haven't been buying. So that they're absolutely coming in. They're still buyers though. Some of the sellers. What made the Fallwood Parkway buyer come out, owner come out and look at a house around the corner besides the creepy white van or whatever story we came up with? All right, well, I have 2.5 now. 5.5's not that much worse. It's not 7 anymore. Maybe I could do this.
3 kids.
3 kids will do it. That'll make you bonkers one way or another. You're the CEO of your business. Profit is built on consistent activities. Activities lead to appointments. The more appointments you have, the more houses you're going to sell, which is profit. Focus on what you can control, which is making contacts and asking for appointments. We got to get more face-to-face meetings with people interested in some aspect of real estate. The more of that you do, every day you should wake up with a goal to set those appointments. I knew a guy who owned restaurants. He ended up in sales. His job was to make one appointment a day. He had a goal to be booked out 3 months at a time. So if you spoke to him today, he would try to make an appointment with you for 3 months. He was in credit card processing. He would land 5 appointments a week for the next 3 months, typically. Of course, people cancel and they move around. I think part of getting the appointment in 3 months is if you're speaking to a busy person. Hey, can we meet in 3 months? Yeah, sure. That sounds good. Like they don't have to put it in the calendar, but then you could guilt them into it the morning of, hey, I'll be over there around 11. Oh, I forgot. The point of that was every morning he woke up knowing he would have an appointment to go try to close a sale, but that wasn't his goal in the morning. That was just his job. His goal every morning was to make an appointment with a person who may need to accept credit cards. Every day you should wake up with the plan to have an appointment with somebody, to make that appointment with somebody about buying, selling, or leasing real estate every single day. Now, what happens if you end up doing that over a couple of weeks and you don't have an appointment set for today's what? Tuesday? I don't have an appointment set for tomorrow. You're going to fill the calendar, right? Who would you call if you absolutely like Maria? I will pay you $1 million if you get an appointment tomorrow. I won't. With somebody about real estate. You're calling Nassim. Nassim, I got to show you this house. I have to show you this house. Well, why? Just trust me. You got to come see it. What house? I'll tell you tomorrow. I don't know yet. But you'd find okay. I'll trust you. Let's go look at something. Hey, I want to get together and just talk about what your plans are as we close out the year. What you're thinking about for next year. You'd figure something out. You would do something.
Hey, how you doing?
We can need you guys for something for the base.
Okay, go for it. The main, you know where it is, right? The main goal is not to get a listing right away. That shouldn't be, I mean, obviously that's the ultimate goal, but that shouldn't be, Maria, Nassim, you have to sell one of your houses. Why? Come on, you got to sell one. I sold you 6 houses. You got to sell one of them. What are you going to hold these things forever? That would not be authentic. That wouldn't be real. But your goal is to set the stage at least for the next appointment. All right, Nassim, great. So, it sounds like what you're telling me is you're kind of cooling it for the rest of the year. Maybe probably early next year, you want to add another property to the portfolio. Why don't we do this? Why don't we get together January 10th and, we'll just go through, see what is out there, what the rates are, run through the numbers, and then we can start our search. Now you have your next appointment. You have January 10th already booked. Get to that appointment, and then if you can't close, set the stage for the next one. Those appointments will be the foundation for listing contracts and closings. What else will they lead to? Referrals. You gotta talk to Maria about buying a house. She calls me, we get together a lot. She's always on top of things. I feel like I have like a financial planner for my real estate. Success comes from stacking conversations into scheduled meetings. One of the worst things I see in chambers and other networking groups, people go to the events. Hi, everyone, I'm from the bank, and we have great rates, and anything you need, just stop on by. And they do this every month for years. I doubt anybody's ever met with them because it never leads to an appointment, right? Hey, everyone, we have some great stuff. And then you talk about real estate, and I come over and say, Maria, one of the things we do at the bank is we have mobile deposits. So, because it sounds like you're on the road all the time. Why don't you come in? Let me show you what North Fork does, and why we might be better being local here. Hey, your office is in Farmingdale. Our office is right. There's not many branches left. We're one of the few credit, whatever. You get the point. Make sure you're stacking the conversation into the meeting. That's the sales end of it. So make a commitment to finish the year increasing your real estate conversations. Every conversation is the opportunity to set that next appointment, and treat every person as the pipeline builder, that referral source, right? We got Jared's computer.
Elon, Mark, and I've been thinking, did you look at the amazing Easy Lead program from Prism Digital Communications that I talked about last week? What did you think? When do you think you'll start using it? Soon, I hope, because there's more. Prism has also released the Easy Address program. With Easy Address, you can create free mailing lists using Radius, Freeform Map, City Street Selector, and EDDM. You can also upload your own mailing list or use the targeted mailing list service, which allows you to create a targeted list for any segment. For example, homeowners that are more likely to sell. According to NAR research, 68% of new listings last year were from homeowners with median ages between 52 and 72. You can target them. You can target renters who may be good buyer candidates. Create a mailing list of homeowners based on their age, length of residence, home equity, along with over 880 other data options, or simply saturate a neighborhood. 62% of Americans say direct mail has inspired them to take action. Right now, the action you need to take is to go to WeigerDesignStore.com and watch the explainer video, which goes deeper than I can here. I hope you do, and I'll see you soon.
Who here has utilized direct mail? Mark, Albert, Lorraine, all of you have, because every listing we get, we send the postcards out. But
I do. I do too.
awesome.
Gina.
Hey, Gina. It works, even if it's as simple as handwritten note cards, which takes more time. This obviously you can hit more. Whoop. Were we pulling up something, Jared? Something else? Gina's favorite? Or we showed that? Oh, okay. Needs have wants. I told you Wantos coming up 8/19. Levittown Schools, MacArthur High School. Anybody else have anything coming up? Any needs wants?
Large, open floor plan, neutral ceilings, on-site parking, 3,500 includes all utilities.
Oh wow. I might actually have someone for
You did something that me and Maria don't know about?
that. Good job. She's graduated. Good job. I might have somebody. I'll see if they'll do a new report. Good job. Edward's got Garden City South, hopefully coming up around 800, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, something like that.
And South.
What's that?
Really nice.
800 in Garden City South.
It's not mint, but and it's not a big house, but it's not tiny. It's okay. It's priced right. Gene and Sal have a couple. They got a bunch of irons in the fire. Is that the term?
Yeah.
Good job.
I gotta run with it. Oh,
Okay.
Where is it?
Hewlett Packard.
I have an investor looking. If you have anything with maybe an extra apartment locally, let me know. All right, everyone, have a good one.
Best flip or
Buy and hold.